This week, Academic August continues with a British sci-fi classic, The Day of the Triffids. I'm Michael Nixon, and this is Geek Crash Course West. The Day of the Triffids, written by John Wyndham, was first published in 1951. It's inspired Adaptations, Sequels, and has become a bit of a cultural touchstone in the UK. A first-person story, the novel follows a biologist named Bill Mason, who begins the novel in a hospital bed. His eyes are bandaged up as he's been splashed with the poison of a bioengineered superplant called a Triffid. Triffid, excellent resources that provide powerful oil extracts, more powerful than those of fish or vegetables, are capable of walking and communicating, as well as being venomous and meat-eating. Basically, they're nightmare fuel for landscapers. Anyway, a green meteor shower passes over London while Mason is hospitalized, rendering anyone who watches it blind. Due to his bandaged state, Mason survives unscathed and with his vision intact, wandering out into a blinded, panic-stricken city on his own. The Triffids have also escaped captivity and roam about, finding the blinded humans easy pickings. Mason runs across a woman, Josella Playton, and the pair make their way towards a single light still shining in the city, finding a small group of still-sighted refugees. They work to establish a colony with these refugees, led by a man named Beadley, but discover some issues with the folks they've taken up with. It all goes a bit further to hell with the introduction of rival refugee leader Coker, who captures a group of sighted people and uses them as guides for the blind, who in turn scavenge for food and supplies. The novel takes place over a few years, and I don't want to spoil any more of it for you, as it's a bit of a classic and well worth reading. Pick it up. Enjoy. The opening hospital sequence of The Day of the Triffids inspired the similar opening of zombie film 28 Days Later, according to that film's director, Danny Boyle. The novel has been adapted across various media. The first official adaptation was a 1957 radio drama, the first of 3 audio adaptations of the original novel. The 1962 feature film is a bit of a loose adaptation, with Mason changed from a biologist to a merchant navy officer. In this version, the Triffids arrive as spores from a previous meteor shower, and they have a pretty silly weakness: salt water. That might be familiar to some folks. There have been 2 TV adaptations as well. The first, a 1981 BBC miniseries, was a pretty solid adaptation, while the 2-part 2009 version was a modernization and reinvention, with a really surreal cast, including Brian Cox, Eddie Izzard, and Jason Priestley. A sequel novel, The Night of the Triffids, was written by Simon Clarke and published in 2001. Big Finish Productions are producing an audio adaptation of the novel if you like your books to talk to you, which would be a weird request of a book, but to each their own. The Day of the Triffids was also adapted into comic book form in Marvel's series Unknown Worlds of Science Fiction. It's Academic August, so read the book remains the homework. For those familiar with the Triffids, let's work together. What's your favorite adaptation or version of the stories? Let me know in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. If you're a Rocky Horror Picture Show fan, the Triffids will be familiar to you from the song Science Fiction Double Feature, which features a verse referencing the 1962 film. For those unfamiliar with the Triffids, what's your favorite nightmare plant in fiction? Let me know in the comments below, and remember to subscribe for more Geek Crash Course. Until next week, if you have any questions, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, or our website, geekcrashcourse.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Geek Crash Course.